folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated. Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets.
Yes, hello traders, Diego from Bank Level Trading and Bank Level Accelerated. I'm here to do today's live stream for NFP. So hopefully there's some live trades for everyone. The markets are still consolidated. There's some decent setups I would like to cover real quick. Let me just add the screen, and I'll be covering the dollar to start off with. But first of all, let's say hi to the members. We've got Felix in the building. Fantastic. Hey, Felix. BLTA, what does that stand for? Bank Level Trading Accelerated. So that will be released pretty soon. There's a webinar for more information. I'll post a link shortly in this live stream. But before I get started, where's everyone from? What are you guys trading? What is on your watch list? And what's your bias for NFP? Okay, so we do have NFP in 30 minutes. Hopefully there's a setup. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes for members to join and we can get started. Well, I'll be looking for a setup. Now, before I do find a setup, I may need to briefly log out and get my M24 account ready, since I'm not really connected to TradingView, so I can't physically connect the trade and enter it live with you guys, but I'll show you guys the forecast, etc. So let's wait. We've got virtual team in the building. How you doing? Before we get started, any questions, biases? Okay, we've got Ankik, bullish on gold. Oh, lovely, bullish on gold. Interesting. Yeah, I believe yeah, bullish on gold. I can see why, right? You know, we do have a bit of a breakout from this pattern, right? We have mitigated the equal lows, and we are in fact starting a potential new leg. So this could really explode to the upside, right? So we'll definitely be watching out on any potential setups on gold. In the meantime, is there any new BLT traders, any existing BLT traders in the building? Come say hi. Any questions that you may have, and I could quickly cover it in more detail. Okay, so let's start with the dollar. So with the dollar, if we briefly zoom out onto the daily time frame, right, we can more or less see what's happening. You can already see my forecast, but just because I'm bearish overall, it does not mean it's going to go bearish today, right? We do have some equal highs, so we just watch out for that. So this has potential to literally just plummet, or there may be a rally to the upside, a stop hunt, and then a drop, right? So the narrative is still bearish. I've been bearish since price actions has been here, but I'm definitely open for some more liquidations, etc. Right? So definitely watch out for that. Yes, we've got Ben in the building, one of the BLT accelerated traders. He's smashing it now, hitting 6 to 10 hour trades on a regular basis. Even gave me a signal the other day, and yeah, it literally went 6, 7 hour. Never took it. I was just busy. But this is the power of having a community and working alongside other traders, is you've got eyes on the markets, right? I'd rather have, 20 people trading the same strategy, following the same rules, than just you alone, right? I know they say man on an island, but if you've got more eyes on the markets, then that's a greater chance for you guys to succeed and capitalize on it, right? So yeah, well done, Ben, for smashing it. Evans, good vibes for sure, for sure. I love it, I love it. Elijah, gold reaping its high into the 2010 order block. Interesting. The daily order block at, where was it? Daily order block. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, this is quite, I'm guessing you're referring to this order block here. That's what I like to call a banker block. So the way we draw banker blocks and order blocks is we use the minimum of one previous candle that's going in the opposite direction. But I do, and we do at the BLT, prefer to use a range instead of one candle, right? So if we are to look at the way SMC and CTI, etc., not CTI, ICT trade order blocks, we like to have a bit of a range here, right? That's the way we'll trade at BLT. Okay, so let's get started. And we do have the dollar. What's interesting about the dollar is there is some compression, but there's no pattern yet. It's still developing, right? The equal lows here have finally been mitigated, which is what I was expecting when price action was around here. This was called last week. I was expecting a drop to the downside, and it has happened, but I have not been able to see any trades apart from a dollar yen that I'll cover in a minute. If we go to the H4, the only thing with this setup at the moment is there's a lot of momentum, and the good thing is yes, fine, there is compression. Now, normally on a normal day, after momentum and after compression, descending compression, normally there's a full retracement, right? We know that if you're a BLT trader, right? But when it's NFP with bearish momentum, sometimes these patterns it'll just be messy. It'll be spiky down, and eventually will recover, right? Or it might just go in one direction or one direction. So NFP can be a little bit tricky to trade when it comes to compression. I rather be entering a range setup, a breakout, etc. Now, if we were to zoom out, now that I've briefly covered what I'm expecting, so for the dollar, yes, we are part of this channel at the moment. And if we do separate the patterns and focus on the most recent and relevant pattern price action, and we just separate this, we're in fact part of a very clear parallel channel. Right? Clear parallel channel. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm expecting this to drop towards at least this banker block, but most likely it's going to take out the equal lows, reversal to the upside, and then a rally. So that's what I'm expecting on a dollar. But before we get there, because it is NFP and because we do have these equal highs, that the probability of that happening is obviously going to decrease a little bit. So instead of this continuing to drop to the downside, I wouldn't be surprised if there's two scenarios. Either it comes and retests the daily banker block, right? A full retrace, and then a continuation to the downside, all the way down to these levels. But to be conservative, at least these equal lows here, right? That's one of my game plans. And the other game plan would be a complete stop hunt of the previous two daily highs, grab the liquidity just above the equal highs, and then a drop to the downside. So the narrative for next week is 100% bearish. I'm very confident in that. But in terms of today, it's going to be spiky. It's going to be a little bit messy, right? So what I'm going to do now, just to make sure that we're prepared, is plan for multiple scenarios. So now that we've got this potential channel, as you can see, it's still with this trend line here is just a bit of a reference. We do have compression, so don't be surprised if price action completely explodes to the upside, right? Or maybe a little stop hunt just below the compression and then a rally to the upside. So that's my personal game plan based on the BOT. I'm actually bullish on the dollar, right? I'm bullish on the dollar, but next week I am going to be bearish, right? So if I am right and it does go to the upside, then I'll be expecting a boomerang, grab the liquidity above these equal highs, specifically above this structure, and then I'll be expecting a drop. So that's what I'm anticipating, but we still need to do our due diligence and find the correct confluences, right? So bullish on the dollar. That's what I'm expecting. Now, the bearish scenarios would mean a drop to the downside. And if it does drop to the downside, I can't see any unfilled liquidity apart from this clear H1 imbalance. So if we were to just draw this out, this could be a good target if price action does drop. So if price action does actually drop and it doesn't rally to the upside, I'll be expecting a big drop and then some consolidation, maybe another stop on of this structure here, which is quite normal, and then a complete retrace. That is what I'll be expecting, depending on the setup, right? So I've already pointed at multiple scenarios. I'm never going to point out one scenario, one outcome. It does not work like that. You need to be prepared for multiple scenarios, right? I can draw them all. This scenario, and then a rally, and then a drop. That's scenario one. Or just a complete rally to the upside, and then a drop. Scenario two. The other one would be a rally to the upside, grab some liquidity over here, and then a drop, right? So it's going to be a little bit messy. So just watch out for that. But the main narrative for next week is definitely bearish, unless this just completely plummets, right? This week and next week, right? But based off the structure and the patterns, I'm actually bullish at the moment, right? And you know, with the BLT, 9 times out of 10, it goes in the direction of the news anyway. So we'll be mapping out any scenarios. But the only thing with this is an invalid BLT pattern, unfortunately. It's too expanding. So it's not a trade that I'll be looking at, right? I need price action to develop. This is the H1. Now, okay, 113. I need to make sure I don't miss any trading opportunities. So hold on a minute. Okay, we've got a nice little range. Fine. Nice little range there. A bit of a big range though. Okay. And we've got multiple equal highs. So we've got equal highs here. Also some equal highs there. And also some equal highs over there. Okay, so that would be my game plan. So just to get a bit of a narrative and just see what else is happening in indices. Okay, so it's rallied to the upside as I anticipated, right? Once the boomerang was complete, I was expecting a rally to the upside during last live stream, and it has rallied to the upside. It's quite obvious it was going to rally, but I couldn't find an intro. I wasn't really trading at these times. But now, based on this structure, I'll be expecting, potentially one little rally and then a potential drop, right? But there is also some scenarios with indices. As you can see, if we were to extend this, we do have this massive sort of daily, maybe H4 point of interest, but it's looking quite bearish, right? Bearish based off this recent pattern. Plan B, if this is wrong, then a big rally to the upside and then bearish next week. But bearish for now, right? And there is a little trend line here. So this is looking good, yeah. So bullish dollar, that's confirming that bias. This scenario now, US 30, bit of a range. This as well, most likely a rally to the upside. Don't be scared of this momentum. Normally after momentum, if momentum goes in one direction, normally there's a full retrace. So just watch out for that. NAS in a bearish point of interest. It's finally gone there since the forecast last week. Just covered this. Gold, dollar, yen. This was a trade that I took recently with the members. Currently on 4R, not 4R. I've banked basically 4R, 80% of it. The remaining 20% I got on break even, and my target is to the moon, right? Until I get taken out. This is why we like to bank 80%, and then we can leave a small position running, and you just manage it accordingly with the trade management. But at the moment, it's very, very rangy, so I don't really care if I get taken out. I've already made profit, so that's been a pretty decent trade. We'll watch this in real time. Now, before we do anything, let me just... I've banked What's this? Basically for 80% of it. The remaining 20% I'm gonna break even. Oh wait, hold on. Is there like another? I've got another screen on somewhere. Hold on. Okay, I need to put this on mute. One sec. That's a bit weird. Okay, I don't know why the other YouTube is playing. Freddie, I made it. Hi, Diego. Hey, Freddie. Oh wait, I'm having little technical issues. Why is my YouTube not closing? Can you guys hear me? Hello, testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, testing. Can you hear me? Okay. For some reason, my window tabs are not closing. Oh, there we go. It's closed. Okay, problem solved. It's all done. I can put the volume back on. All done. Okay, fantastic. Let me go back to this. Okay, hold on. Like, this is real. Yeah, this is real time. So I need to slow down. I know there's a live stream, and for me, what's more important is trading than giving you guys an analysis, right? The trader first. I'm not a YouTuber, as you know, but I'm trying to see if there's a trade that I can take, but I'll be taking a news strategy that I trade. And this is exclusive for one-to-one traders. You know what strategy I'm referring to, but I'm just trying to see if there is a potential setup. So nothing here. Plus is in the middle of no man's land. So dollar CAD, no. Dollar yen, I can enter this on a different account, but again, this is not really the sort of range that I'll be looking at. It's essentially a buy and a sell stop in both directions, but nothing yet. Hold on. Everything's in the middle of no man's land. I mean, I'm not in a fuss to trade. I've already banked 4R. You know, that's the beauty with NFP. There's normally a decent setup right before. So now I don't have to trade today, right? But I would like to take an entry for a different account, right? But at the moment, I can't seem to see anything. It's not that clear. Okay, so Euro's really climbed. I mean, this I'll be expecting a rally to the downside. Look, it's gone to this, it's at that point of interest. We look to the left. It's got, look at these equal lows, right? This is a magnet. So once this does drop, please do not be surprised next week when I do a recap on price action is down here. That's if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, who gives a damn, right? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, whatever. But yeah, I mean, Euro. Hold on. Okay, we got. Give me one sec. Okay, so we've got this equal low. Anson, NFP, gold or gold, long or short? I just covered that. Aussie, hold on. There's too many scenarios that nothing at the moment is clear. Sometimes, Anson, there's a clear direction in NFP, and I'm very confident with it. But with the DXY, the only thing that's, there's only this tiny. There's no pattern here. There's a bit of compression, and basically it's a bit of a range. Ranges in NFP can go in either direction. This is. I'm not confident today, so I'm expecting either this and then a drop, or I'm expecting basically this, or or this, and then a drop to the downside next week. So it's not really too clear. Now, had there been, if there was like a clear pattern with Elliott waves and compression and NFP is here, then obviously I'll be very confident. But at the moment, all I've got is bearish momentum and a range that can go either way. So it's not clear. I don't have to force it. So it's just one of those NFP days that I'm not too confident with. With gold, technicals are saying it's going to climb up, but there's unfilled liquidity here, right? A lot of unfilled liquidity. So this could also drop first and then go long. But long would be the bias at the moment, which is contradicting, obviously, the dollar. So it's just not one of those days. So I'm going to potentially update this pattern and see if there's, because it's still potentially valid. So, okay, so this could potentially go short and then long. And yeah, I'm expecting this to go long first, and then we'll see. So very bullish on the dollar. So I think what I'm going to do, since there's no clear trades, hold on, this is looking like a good range. I need a good range to trade the news strategy. I'm pretty sure Ben is in the building, and you know how to trade the CPI NFP news, so you know how to do that. Obviously, you've got the correct parameters for that. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's. Now, I'm not really gonna force anything. I'm not confident today. It's not clear. So I'm bullish on the dollar. We're gonna have to wait. So I think what I'll do. Yep, lock in, Ben. I'm just gonna wait, and then what I'm gonna do is wait for the green box after NFP. So if there's momentum to the downside first, I'll wait for like a green box somewhere, or maybe a B50, which I doubt, and then a reversal, or vice versa. But at the moment, I'm not too confident today, guys. Normally I am. So sorry to disappoint. Price action is not being friendly. And what's this? Aussie. This is broken to the upside. This is actually giving me some confidence, to be honest. This is giving me some confidence. It's in the middle of no man's land, and it's basically just grabbing some liquidity here to the left, right? And there's a little bit of compression. So this is adding some weight to the bullish narrative that I've got for the dollar. If we delete this, we've got a potential bearish setup. And guess what? We can actually update this pattern. There's a new pattern now. So I think out of everything, Aussie looks good for a short. Yeah, Aussie looks good for a short. And then we do have some equal highs here and some liquidity pools. So this as well will be a nice open of interest. So Aussie does look okay for a short. Okay, decent. Aussie. I like Aussie. Aussie is definitely the one. I'm a little bit confident with Aussie. The other ones are they're just not. I'm already in dollar yen. So that's why I'm not really, I don't have to trade today, to be fair. I'm actually cool. But where price is at with Aussie, it's not, look, all right, fine, there's a range. But this, to me, again, there's going to be stop hunts. Both the narrative is down. You're going to see what I mean when the news comes out. Either it does this and then does that, right? Always. Or climbs up first and then drop. And then the other scenario is just spiky, ugly noise up and then down and then vice. It just happens every single time. So that is more or less what I'm expecting. But had this range been up here somewhere, then I would definitely be trading. But at the moment, it's in an unnecessary point of interest. Is the only trend that you're using for your analysis? No. I'm using banker blocks and imbalances, etc. And there's some other BLT accelerated concepts which are not in this chart. That is for that's actually being released very, very soon. I can post a webinar to that if anyone's interested. That one is a more mechanical strategy to this. This is mechanical, but it's also got some elements of discretion. But BLT accelerated is pure mechanical, higher win rate, higher strike rate, higher risk reward, more frequent setups, and it's just a lot easier. If anyone's struggling with psychology, the BLT accelerated is the one, because it's very easy rules to follow and they're extremely effective, to the point where one of the traders that I was mentoring on a one-to-one basis, he's now funded over 300K. And there's other traders that are passing as well. So I can post a link to the webinar if anyone's interested, for a massive, massive discount next Saturday on June the 10th. Right. So if you're not part of the BLT, this particular webinar is a once in a lifetime opportunity for a massive, crazy discount, and we'll never ever do this again. Voila, we'll never do this again. This discount will be way, way too big. It's just a one-off. So I'm just gonna post a link to the webinar if anyone's interested in the discount, and there will also be more information and the release of BLT Accelerated for next June. So that's the webinar. So Rodrigo will cover that webinar. Okay, so not the best of trades, but I do like this range is okay for a buy. And then this dollar, it will be ideal, since I'm bullish on the dollar, for this to drop, grab liquidity, and then rally. That's what I'm expecting, actually. So that's my first highest probability. So yeah. And then this, I'm still managing it. Okay, we've got 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna trade. I'm not trading NFP today. I'm gonna wait for the aftermath. So I'm gonna wait for the stop hunts once everyone's been liquidated from here on dollar yen, right? Because either side is gonna get stopped out, right? Best believe that. And I'm gonna get in once this happens or this happens, right? I've already got profits locked in, so I'm all good. I'm gonna be mapping out this high. So I'm expecting basically bullish news. And if it's bearish, everyone, regardless of the outcome, if it's bearish, there's going to be a massive correction. Very likely. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but there'll be a big, big correction. But at the moment, it's looking like it wants to drop. Look, dollar CAD. I'm going to wait for this to drop, wait for some confirmation, and then a rally. Look at all this beautiful no traffic to the left. So bullish dollar, but there's going to be a stop onto the downside first and then a rally. That's what I'm expecting. And over here, I'm not moving my stop. So I'm expecting this and then a rally. News is out in, basically 1 minute. And then obviously something like this. And then a drop towards this area. Oh, okay. Got that one wrong. Aussie dropped, fine. Oh, nice. Okay, dollar yen is rallying, but this is it's early times. It's early times. This could completely correct. I still don't trust it. Yeah, I'm expecting it again. Like I said, it could either go up and then down, but because they went down first, I believe that the next move is going to be up, grab liquidity heat, and then go back down. So just remember this chart, right? It's doing exactly what I anticipated. So plan A was either down and up or up, then down. And look, equal highs, liquidity is grabbed, and now we're expecting a move to the downside. But it's NFP. So both participants, they have to get taken out, right? So equal highs, liquidity grab, everyone's been murdered. And just wait for these guys. So once this bit's done, I'm now expecting this move. So I'm just going to wait for these guys to get taken out. And then I'll be interested in trading. Now, if this continues to go long, I'm leaving it. I don't need to trade because I'm in dollar yen at the moment, which is looking pretty decent. My TP2 is at the equal highs, which is 10.69R. I haven't. All right, fine. They went up to 7R. Didn't really bank there. Could have banked because it was NFP, but yeah, kind of messed up there, to be fair. I should have banked some more profit at this. This should have been my new TP2. Maybe come out some position, right? But I still trust the analysis. So it's all good. I'm going to update a stop loss. Yeah, I need to update that rule right now, actually. Okay. Okay, no, still need to wait. Okay, so okay, fine. Let's wait. And dollar yen, like I said, watch out for this high, or watch out for this high over here. Non-farm payrolls was bullish. Unemployment rate bearish. Yeah, whatever happens, bullish on the dollar. Just have to wait. And yeah, euros dropping. Yeah, bullish on the dollar as expected. Bullish on the dollar, but just waiting for that annoying retracement. And if it continues going up, it's fine. Cool, it went up. This is messy. Okay, fine. Messy, done. Gold. Like I said earlier, with gold, right, if we're looking at this is a pattern, a plan B pattern, but if we're looking at plan A pattern, and like I said earlier, this is probably going to drop. Whoops. Probably going to drop first and then grab liquidity and then go along. If not, we've got a plan B pattern. So yeah, everything's playing out as expected, but it's still early, still very, very early. So there we go, look. Did it grab liquidity here? Nope, that was a bank level that it just missed. So that's a good future target. But we do have an imbalance that it did react to. So that's quite cool. That's been filled. Equal highs have been filled, and I'll be interested in, yeah, basically the point of interest below these equal lows. You know, there's a couple. Hold on. Nice little liquidity pool here. And then there is an imbalance right here. So this is what I like to do. So normally in NFP, I would prefer, if there was a clearer, smaller range, I would have banked easily, probably 5-6R, but it wasn't too clear. Maybe I could have banked it. Yeah, I probably would have banked around 5R here, but it just wasn't too clear. It's as messy as NFP. It's not the best. And then Aussie lot, what did I say? The power of the scribbly lines, right? What did we say? Range, stop hunt, and now we're doing a stop hunt of this, grabbing liquidity either around here or just a little bit above. But the big move I'm expecting is the downside. That's the one I'm waiting for, but we just have to wait, right? So we're looking at the dollar. is grab liquidity here. Everyone's been murdered. So it's just funny when you see it, right? Imagine the traders having the stop losses right here, right? So they're out of the game. But now, what about the traders that have their stop losses below here, especially because of this major double bottom and equal lows? Well, their stop losses are also going to be below here. But I'm looking to get in either around here or around here for the long, right? So with NFP, the best way to trade it, my advice is you should be out. Number one, NFP week, there is always a really, really good setup. Like dollar yen, at the time, dollar yen was really clear. I banked 4R just below that high. And then boom, that's it. 80% banked. I got 20% running. Traders on break even. I can chill. And my main target is just, I don't have a target to be fair. I'm going to bank some more partials at TP2, maybe 10% of it. And that's it. I'm done. And the rest, I'll leave it until I get taken out. And that's it. That's my game plan when I trade NFP. Come out before NFP, put the trade on break even. If I'm not in a trade, I don't like taking trades unless there's a range and it's in confluence with multiple confluences such as patterns and Elliott waves and fake outs and equal lows. If it's got some confluences, then I'll enter even if it's 5 minutes before NFP, and I'll set the order. But most of the time it's like this, and it's in the middle of no man's land. It's very rare for NFP to come right here. Normally it's in the middle of no man's land. So the best approach is doing a buy stop or a sell stop with the correct parameters for that. CPI is a little bit different. CPI, you don't really see this. This is NFP. This is typical NFP, Wicks. If this was CPI, price action will probably be here and is a massive Marabuzo. That's why I love CPI when it comes to setting orders. So that's it. Just have to wait. I mean, it looks like I may get taken out, but I don't care. I've accepted. I'm in profit. I don't care. Now, if I get taken out, we look to the left. Definitely be targeting a stop hunt of this structure and then potentially a little bit lower for the equal lows. So that would be my game plan in that scenario. Dollar CAD. Okay, fine. It's yeah, there's nothing here. Nothing here, to be fair. Look, let me zoom out to the H1. Nothing here. Okay, so dollar CAD looks like dog crap. Just looks dead. Does not look appealing at all. This low in NFP would be ideal, right? Typical. Stop hunt and a stop hunt of this. And the fact that there's a significant low here is even better, right? So this is the game plan. Bullish on the dollar, but just wait a little bit. Just give it some time. Give it an hour or so, and there will be a setup. You'll be rewarded if you're patient. And here we go. Remember one of the scenarios, drop to the downside, a rally, grab liquidity, and then drop. Happens all the time. Or rally to the upside, and then a stop hunt to the middle, and then a rally. That's the best way to trade NFP, believe me. Obviously not all the time. Sometimes it just does one direction, and then it just plummets, fine. Or it just goes in one direction. Those are the three scenarios. So just bear this in mind. Either it goes in one direction, or it does this move like a little hook, like a hockey stick, or vice versa for this scenario, or it does this. This is typical NFP. Typical. So one schematic, second schematic, third schematic. This is the secret sauce to the NFP. It's not a secret sauce, but this is what happens time and time again. And depending on the setup that you have, you can use what I just described to your advantage. Now, because price action is here and there's no pattern in the middle, then you know that, oh, you know what? There was actually, look, you know that this is likely the next scenario. Notice how news just prices in the BLT as always. Right, we've got one, we've got two, we've got three. No coincidence that this is NFP. What's going to happen? Rally, profit taking, Friday trade, and this is me right here. Boom. Just have to wait. yeah, drop a like in on the chat if you're enjoying the analysis, or any questions, something you'd like me to cover real quick. Happy to get started. Also, I've posted the link to the webinar. Again, if you miss this webinar, that's on you. There's some decent offers going on. So just watch out for the BOT webinar discount on June, Saturday, 3 p.m. UK time, and also the release of bank level trading accelerated, right? So just bear that in mind. I'm just going to post the link again as a reminder. And Rodrigo will cover a case study where there was some profits of 18 grand and how you can use that to capitalize on passing challenges, you know? Okay, so this is what I'm interested in. I just need one more push up. I'm going to set an alert on the trend line. I'm going to set an alert just below the trend line, just so I don't miss it and get in sync. And I'm going to set an alert below this low, just in case it just gets invalidated and it just drops. And that, to me, is just a signal to just call it a day, turn off the screens. That's all it is. So if this alert triggers, I'm done for the day. If these alerts triggers, it's time to stalk the trade, right? Aussie, let's zoom in. Funny, look at that. This would have basically hit my stop. Good thing I never traded. So let's update. Okay, this is a little bit too expanding for my liking. A little bit too expanding. So I'm just gonna update it. It looks like there's a new pattern developing right in front of us. There we go. So yeah, this banker block way too big. So what we can do is sort of redefine this imbalance over here. Grab both 50%, average out, and then your order should be based off 2 pips below the middle range of this new multi liquidity pool. So this would be a nice little point of interest. Now let's see if it's in confluence with a boomerang. Yeah, kind of, more or less. The only thing with this, you see how it all plays out together. So the boomerang is in a bit of a low probability point of interest because it's bang on the pattern. Right, by the time it corrects, up here, it's inside of the pattern. We need a point of interest outside of the pattern. So the reason this is a low probability point of interest, well, it kind of answers it itself. There's equal highs here, right? So I'll rather use the liquidity pool just above right there. That would be more ideal. That's my kind of level right there. So just watch out for that. Set some alerts below. I'll be looking for a B50 or a green box, or the other conservative entry. For those of you familiar with some of the new accelerated concepts. Just going to see if there's a... No, okay, nothing there. Okay, we just have to wait. Alerts above the trend line as well. And yeah, like I said earlier, yeah, if this continues to drop, then I probably won't trade today. So dollar yen, okay, still active. Currently at 5R. Banked 4R, but my trade is technically here. I got 20% remaining. I'm in profit. Just gonna have to wait, and we'll see if this goes right. Even at 20% that I've got the remaining, if and when that hits take profit, it's still pretty decent because this will be a nice little 10-hour trade based on the remaining 20%. But for now, it's still kind of consolidating. So we'll have to just wait. Gold, Nas, yeah, everything's lining up for. No, just have to wait. Okay, let's make it fun and educational, guys. Come on, drop some questions. Anything you want me to cover? Psychology, trading, I don't know, analysis, routine, or whatever. It's a good time. There's some of you still attending the live stream. Some of you are dropping off. I'm guessing those are the traders that are trading. I'm probably more experienced and they just don't need to hear some repetition. I get it. But anyone that's interested in more information, or if you have any doubts, drop a question. Honestly, I'm here to help you guys. Okay, Mark. EURUSD long, 107.55, stop loss, 106.97. Let's see what happened with Mr. Mark. So I'm going to set, let's do his order. Okay, so 107.55. Nice. All right, so you got triggered. Let's see if you're still in. Take profit would have been 106.9. Yeah, 106.97. Oh, must have definitely done that wrong. 1.0697. And then, yeah, okay. And then stop loss is 1.0880. Boom. I don't know. Oh gosh, I flopped that one. Anyway, this is doing this estimation. We just did this. Don't know what happened there. 0755. So basically, right there, stop loss was 0.880000. Oh wow, what? 0.88. Doesn't, hold on. You're USD long. Oh, hold on a minute. You're USD long. I'm just realized. Okay, so long at 755, yeah? 755. Stop loss 0755. Oh, so you probably entered here stop loss. Here, TP 088. TP 0. Oh, that would have been a good idea though. 088. 888888. Oh, that's quite optimistic, sir. 8888. Okay, it's probably a swing trade. Yeah, most likely a swing trade. Worth it though. Risk reward is definitely worth it. And it's stop loss 0697. Nice. Oh, you're in. Nice, lovely. 06. What? Hold on. 06970. Basically around there. Yeah, you're a swing trader. I can see by the risk reward. I get it. Fair enough. And the entry was stop loss TP 0755. Okay, cool. 075. Yeah, okay, cool. Fine. Okay, cool. That's a swing trader. I get it. Yeah, okay. I would. Yeah, one of those trades is still early, to be fair. But look, now if this continues to climb up and it ends bullish in the next 10 minutes, then really it looks like this will just complete the plan that I had originally, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. News, all of that is for guys that don't listen to the news, follow the technicals. It's climbing up, right? Bullish on the dollar, like I said. So be careful with euro. and that occasion, because yeah, right now we should, if it were to go long, I would probably wait. It depends on your rules. Definitely wait for this sort of range to just wait. Yeah, well, watch out. Yeah, this range here, we're kind of stuck within that range. So I wouldn't get emotional. I mean, you're a swing trader. I don't want to give you advice on a swing position, right? As a day trader, I would have got taken out if I was in a buy, if I'm honest. But as a swing trader, yeah, okay, fine. This has potential. It can potentially actually at least maybe drop a little bit more and form this pattern. And it might give you an opportunity to come out a little bit earlier around here and profit. That would be just a potential game plan. But based on everything that I've just mentioned, based on this momentum candle, based on the potential second tap of this descending bearish channel, this is looking like it may drop. And plus it wants to complete a potential boomerang of this larger trend line. Okay, so there we go. Dollar bullish. Off it goes, off it goes. Dollar CAD. I still don't trust it. I still do not trust it. I'm not gonna lie. I still don't trust it. Not tradable for me. I want to see this range just get taken out and just finish, like just some momentum somewhere, and then finally let it climb up, and then a retest towards where it's at now, and then a long, or same scenario but to the downside, stop one of all the lows below there, and then a long. The moment it's stuck within this sort of range, there's no trade unless you took like a buy stop, which I would have got taken out. Good thing I never traded the new strategy today. NFP doesn't always go in one direction like CPI does. Okay, euro, fine. Okay, let's do this. Euro done. Yeah, we'll still start there, fine. That's it. Yeah, basic price action. Okay. Really stalling around this imbalance. So I'm gonna manually take some profit before I do that. No, I'm gonna leave it actually. The profit is not really worth it until it does at least a 10R, to be fair. But it looks like I could actually update my stop loss. Okay, I'm gonna update my stop loss now. Okay. Cool. Fine. Okay, cool, that's done. Now, since it's NFP, yeah, probably gonna bank a little bit here, but my main target would be up here, right? It's small positions, it's tiny risks. This is why it's easy to hold a trade. Now, if you ever see traders telling you, and this is a reality, if you ever see traders telling you that they've entered here on a sniper and they are holding a trade, right, like from here, they've caught this trade, and these trades, they're very easy to catch, right? But are you really going to hold a trade this long without banking profits? When you see traders telling you that and they're selling a course or something, it's a bit of a red flag. Just be careful. That's not really the case. And then they'll show you the entry. They'll blank out the lot sizes and they'll say that, yes, I'm in this trade and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really work like that. Don't know anyone that's actually doing it. Realistically, banking profits anywhere between 4 to 7R it's a good amount, very conservative. Bank some profits and then manage it. Then, you know, scale out, update your stop loss, and then yeah, you can hold trades this long, right? But banking profit in the beginning is really important for your psychology and to obviously grow the account or challenge while you're in it. Rajave Farpar just joined. Can you explain your strategy? If you mentioned it already, I will rewind the video. Okay, cool. Can definitely explain the strategy briefly. Where is my... Okay, just guys, make sure to like and comment on the trade or not if you like the content right now. Okay, there we go. So where we at? Done. Okay, so we've got 27 likes. Come on, guys, more likes on that. But actually quite good for a risk reward. There's 36 people watching and 27 likes. Can't really complain. All good. Cool. But yeah, more likes, the better, you know, for the algorithm, get more people, you know, build awareness for the ability and just a community, etc. So yeah, let me explain the strategy. The strategy essentially is, are you familiar, number one, with smart money concepts? Whether it's Phantom, ICT, Ment, FX, what else is there? WWA, and probably another that I've missed out. But if you're familiar with any smart money concept, strategy or courses, type a 1 in the comments and type a 2 if you're not. So let me just get some numbers and then I'll explain the strategy in a little bit more detail. There we go. Got some numbers coming. Come on, guys. I need more. I can't just base this off free. Like, I need more. Come on. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Cool. Okay. Cliff is familiar with some of the strategies and courses that I mentioned. Charles, yeah, more ones. Keep on coming. Keep on coming. Ken, you're new to SMC. Welcome to the new world. But yeah, I'll briefly explain it. So with all the strategies and courses that I've mentioned, they're all very, very similar, as you know. Most of them are deprived from ICT, as you know, right? So Google, YouTube, ICT, if you're not familiar with it. The only thing with that, you know, with the creator or SMC is it's very, very complex. So good luck if you find something from it. My advice is take 1 or 2 bits from it and add it into your strategy, right? Some of the concepts that I've personally traded mainly is patterns and Elliott waves, and I draw my levels a little bit different to ICT, Phantom, Ment FX, or whatever. Very, very different, especially the multi-liquidity pools and the MLP fusion. But we focus primarily on patterns and Elliott waves, right? Yes, Freddie. Yep, I know you're definitely aware. So with smart money concepts in general, as you know, an order block or banker block, whatever you want to call it, just leave that here, right? Traditionally, as a retail trader, or just the average strategy, at resistance, very, very basic. Stop losses are here, and there we go. Stop losses are there, potential double top or triple top, or even, you know, I don't know, even a Fibonacci, or even a pattern, or even a moving average, right? Even a moving average, and you're looking for a crossover. Normally, you will notice that a lot of these strategies, which is quite mainstream, is they normally get taken out. That's the main concept of SMC, it's smart money, right? With the BOT, right, we are entering at this banker block over here. So whenever you see a setup, you will notice that price action should come up here, trigger retail, like I just explained in detail, and it happened exactly like I mentioned it. It will trigger a little bit and it will do a stop hunt towards your point of interest. And where retail is getting involved is essentially around here, stop loss, let's just say approximately there. They get wiped out and then smart money comes in. Smart money comes in and they get in around here, right? So that's essentially what SMC is. Now with BOT, or let me go back to SMC. Normally with SMC or the other strategies and courses that you're familiar with, there's multiple levels and multiple points of interest, right, above. So what you will notice is that they don't really have a high win rate and they'll get taken out here, perhaps. Price action might do something like this. They get taken out. They'll get in again at plan B over here. They may get taken out and then they get triggered in, right? What is one loss and a second loss when you can hit a nice 5 to 10 arm? So SMC traders are very profitable, right? And there's a lot of trades. There's consistently quite a lot of trades. So I don't know how everyone has their own formula to trade less, but there's so many setups when it comes to trading smart money concepts. Now with BOT, what's different from it is that it will have similar points of interest, but with the BOT, you only enter at the very top and you can avoid these losses. That's the beauty with the BOT. But how do we avoid the losses is that we look for patterns, right? Such as this. So let's just say this pattern above this point of interest. If there's a pattern here, right, we would be looking for a trade, but there has to be a point of interest there, right? So let's just say there was a pattern here and with the BOT, would we take it? No. So we'll wait. And what's going to happen is that price action in real time is doing this, does a stop hunt perhaps, triggers SMC traders in and then rallies again one more time. And then boom. So we've got one trader taken an SMC entry here that got taken out. We got potentially this trader that's actually in profit, right? But then they potentially get taken out. But with the BOT is we need to wait for a pattern, right? Once we get the pattern, that's our confirmation. Once we get the pattern, we are looking for a point of interest outside of the pattern. Outside. So all the pattern traders, the 1, 2, 3, they get taken out. So not only do these order blocks or banker blocks, not only do they get invalidated, but also the pattern above all of retail, and then BOT comes in, right? That is the way we trade. Now, I'm not saying BOT is like the best SMC strategy out there. It's not. I don't know which strategy is the best. I have no idea. I don't really care about that. But with the BOT, it really helps you waiting for a trade, being disciplined. You know what to look for. It cuts out all the noise and it makes you trade less, earn more. And it's very, very simple, right? All the other concepts, there's so much information. You get paralysis analysis and it's just too complicated. I believe in simplicity. So all we need to do with the BOT is look for a pattern at a point of interest using top-down analysis, but most importantly, also applying Elliott waves, right? So if there's no Elliott waves and you might see something, let's just say, for example, you might see this. Again, this trade, we're not going to take it. We're going to wait because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't trade the third wave, right? So even if there is a point of interest here with the BOT, we're going to avoid this trade and we're going to be updating the banker block until it forms a pattern. So even if we see this now and then it rallies, I don't know, it starts pulling back, we don't do anything until there's Elliott waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, then we know we're taking this trade. So this pattern that we had here was not complete, so we're not going to take it. But then it formed a new pattern, and we're updating it in real time, right? So all of these losses, the BLT helps you basically just wait for a trade, and then you take this trade here. That's what the BLT does. That's it in a nutshell. Freddie, BLT is a good balance between simplicity and complexity, 100%. ICT IMO is more complex, it seems. Yeah, ICT, yeah, it's a different bottle of fish. I mean, good luck if you guys want to. And it's very complex. It's like trying to reverse engineer and remove all the screws and rebuild a Rolls Royce from the start to bottom. So imagine trying to unscrew a Rolls Royce, right? Unscrewing the screws and the buttons, and it's a massive engine. It's complicated, very complicated, right? The BLT is like a Tesla, an electric engine that you charge, and that's it. Very simple, right? It's very, very simple. So when you do your research, if you know how to do research, then you will know what to do. If you don't, you will fall into the trap of what most traders do, which is the shiny silver shiny syndrome, or whatever, where you keep on trying to look for the best thing, right? And that is a recipe for disaster. So just be careful with that. And what you can do as well, if you've got your strategy, you can always study the BLT. You can always study all the other, I don't know, was it Phantom, Men, ICT? You can study everything and pick some bits from other strategies and then make it your own. Call it something, right? The strategy that I've got, this is not, I never created patterns. I never created Elliott waves. I never created an order block. That was not me, right? I took what I learned at Trading Flows, which was channels, and I used the third tap fake out. That was my little twist, my little niche to it. I made it my own, right? Back then, and even till now, nobody really trades the third tap fake out apart from me. I don't know anyone else, right? Because I used to trade channels and I always used to get stopped out. I'll get triggered in, stopped out, and then drop. And I realized, oh, there's always a boomerang here, always a fake out. And then you just keep on improving. And all the other concepts, and even the way I do levels and multi-liquidity pools, all the other SMC strategies and courses, they don't do it the way I do it. Especially, I could be wrong, I don't know. Like, for example, if there's a banker block here, and let's just say there's an imbalance up here somewhere, what I would do is I'll have a zone, grab both 50%, and then average out this range. And there we go. And then I'll set an order based on this. See that? That's how I do my zones. And this is something that I personally came up with, and it just works, right? So you just have to kind of make your own thing. And look, if we kind of see traders that will take this banker block, stop loss above somewhere, even if it's just above here, then, guess what? They could get stopped out, whereas I'll be getting triggered in. And then vice versa, I could be averaging out both of these points of interest with a nice tight stop loss base of just 50%. So you have to kind of know how to reverse engineer it, tweak strategies, make it your own, etc. Right? And that's what I've been doing for the last year. I've been improving BLT1. This is why BLT Accelerated is just a different beast. You will know when you actually check out the course, and it's just a massive upgrade to BLT1. And one thing is, with BLT1, there was literally like 60 forms of entries, and I've filtered it now to like just 2, right? Very specific mechanical strategies in BLT Accelerated. Okay, what's the time? 10 past 2. Oh, fine. I think it's time to call it a day, to be fair. Yeah, it's time to call it a day. That's it. There is no more trades. Aussie looks okay. Again, I've got my alerts ready for a potential short. There could be a trade in the next hour or two. Again, with NFP, it will mess around, it'll pull back, and there'll be a nice big correction. So I'm still kind of alert for that. So that's Aussie. Okay, there we go. Euro's doing well. Yeah. Drop to the downside, rally, and then it's everything's going according to plan. And then this is potentially dropping. It's gonna definitely very likely take out this low over here. Textbook. Dollar yen, I'm quite lucky to be in this trade. I don't think it's gonna go all the way down, but I could be wrong. And that's about it, really. Okay, cool. So, all right, that's it. I can't do much. I don't have a rabbit with a hat at the moment. There's not much I can do apart from give you guys a good forecast, good stream. Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you, Rajave, and thank you, Freddie. See you guys on Discord. Good luck with your trading. And quick summary: dollar. I'm expecting this to climb up, but also don't be surprised if this happens. Right. So definitely bullish until next week. Nice one. All right. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye.